But you can see here, our Uranus is getting attacked by little Uranios. Not much of a big deal there, as long as we just continue healing. But you can see there, we're already out of food, which is the main reason why you want to bring 2 Daedons, because then you can alternate between them, so that... Oh, well, that's awkward. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and today we are back with some more ARK. And today we're gonna show you how to go about doing the bosses. So we're doing this for each of the bosses, so the Broodmother, the Megatherium, and the Dragon. And you can see here we've got a couple of dinosaurs with us to aid in killing the Broodmother. Now, for the Broodmother, the main bulk of the dinos that you will want are going to be Megatheriums. These guys are nuts when it comes to fighting the Broodmother, and I would recommend breeding up quite a few of them to take on the Broodmother. Just to take on the first level of Broodmother, if you have bred them successfully and you've imprinted on them, it only takes about 3 Megatheriums with a Daedon and a Uranus to kill the Broodmother, which is saying something about their destructive power. So you can see here we've got, I think, 6 Megatheriums, a Daedon, and a Uranus. This should be enough to take us up to the second level of the Broodmother. Now, for you guys' information, none of these are imprinted. They have been bred selectively, so they have been bred, but they haven't been imprinted on. So, it's all up to you guys how you want to go about doing this, but I definitely recommend imprinting on as many Megatheriums as you can, because, well, that gives them extra defense when you're riding them. However, through this, you probably won't be riding them because it depends on whether or not you're doing these solos or in a tribe. If you are in a tribe, make sure to get your tribe mates on with your Megatheriums so that each of you are riding an imprinted one, and then have someone riding a Uranus for you. You don't even need to have someone on the Uranus. You can have the auto courage set to on. So without further ado, let's get into their levels, and we'll show you guys just how you should level them up. Now, for the Broodmother, you will want to pump up health on these guys a lot because, well, they're going to be your main bulk, so they will be tanking all the damage as well as dealing all the damage. So I would recommend getting these guys up to at least 15k health. If you're not comfortable with them sitting at 15k health, take it up to 20k. They should just make it depending on the imprinted stats that they have received. There you go, you can see there, that's just under 20k. And the rest you just want to pump into melee damage. Already these guys will be getting a huge boost from melee damage because they're fighting insects, so you don't need to worry too much about their melee damage. But you can see here, this one definitely has more health than that last one we were on. He would easily reach 20k with probably 10 points left over. And let's take a look here. There you go. You can see there, he's got 34 points left. Plenty of points left for melee damage to be put into. And there you go. You can see there, plenty of it. So that's pretty much the main bulk of what you want to pump up on your Megatheriums when you want to take on the Broodmother, is you want to take up their health and their melee damage. Now, do take into mind that these guys have all their levels available to them. You guys probably won't have that for yourself, so if you want, take it up to 15k and, you know, maybe just dump the rest, as many points as you can, into melee damage. We'll leave this guy unleveled now so we can show you that these guys will still survive the battle even if you've only got them up to 15k health. Hell, even if they're only at 10k health, they'll survive. You can see here, we'll take this guy up to 10k. There we go. And we'll pump his melee damage a little bit. There we go, up to 400. So you can see their 10k health is plenty of health for them to take on the first level of Broodmother. The second level, I'm not too sure. I don't know if the Daedon will be able to out-heal all the damage, but we'll find out. So you can see here, we'll take this guy up to another 15k. This guy had really low health. You saw that was only 3k. So this guy definitely did not receive the health buff mutation that we were going for. But he did receive the melee damage one. You can see there, 384 melee damage, which is a solid amount of melee damage. There we go. You can see there. So, yeah. Now, for your Daedon and your Uranus, you want to pump up stamina on your Uranus, because he will be pretty much deploying the courage buff to you guys all the time. So you need to make sure he has the stamina to do so. Otherwise, he will run out of stamina and he won't be able to deploy the courage buff. Alrighty. Now, as for the Daedon, this one's a little bit tricky. I like to pump his health up a little bit, get it up to at least 10k health, just in case he does get in a bit of a kerfuffle with anything. You can, you know, make him survive. And then the rest I like to put into food. Now, the reason you put points into food with the Daedon is because he is going to be healing your dudes like crazy. The more food he has, the more healing he's going to be able to do. So make sure you slot cap this guy with plenty of meat. Now, I've heard you can use kibble on Daedons because it restores more food and you can stack it a lot higher. I personally haven't tested it, but I have seen it in action and it does work. So do take that into mind as well. Pump a little bit of weight as well. There you go. Like I said, make sure you slot cap your Daedon on food because he will be healing. And then your Uranus, you just want to pump into stamina. Already these guys have a decent amount of health, so you don't need to worry too much about that. Just make sure they have a decent amount of stamina. You can pump a bit of health and a bit of melee damage if you feel like taking them into the fray of the battle. Alrighty, so now that you've got those guys all sorted out, you then want to jump in your terminal and you want to summon the Broodmother. Alrighty, so once you've got them all ready and sorted, make sure you've got auto courage set to on so that the Uranus will continuously buff your dinosaurs without anyone needing to ride it. Your Daedon then you want also set to passive, and you also want to set him to ignore group whistles. Now, the reason you want this is because you don't want him obviously moving towards the Broodmother and attacking with your Megatheriums if you are doing it solo. Now, you want to do the same for the Uranus. Where is it? Enable turret mode, change to ignore group whistles. There it is. Because if you whistle to attack the target with the rest of your Megatheriums, well, you'll find that your Daedon and the Uranus are going to run in there with you. Now, like I said, once you've got it all ready, activate your terminal. Now, we'll be taking on the first one, the second one, and the third Broodmother. And there we go, we're crafting it. Alright, we're going to make sure all our dinos are inside the circle. We're going to move this guy in a little bit. Now, you can do this with Rexes if you so choose to. It's entirely up to you. Megatheriums are a lot quicker, though, especially on official, because they are quicker to tame, they are quicker to breed, quicker to raise, and everything like that. So it's all entirely up to you. Alrighty, there we go. You can see that. Now, before the thing gets in, you want to enable passive healing. You want to jump on your Megatherium, and then you want to get into action. Now, I'm going to whistle for... There we go. You can see that we're teleporting in. And straight away, you do get teleported off your dino. Where is the Megatherium? Broodmother. There she is over there. So, I like to whistle for the Daedon to follow. And, of course, it helps if we have the group whistle set to off. Just wait for the Broodmother to come to you. She'll obviously spawn her little babies and everything like that, but that doesn't matter too much. And now you whistle to attack the target, if you can actually hit the target. There we go. There we go. Alright, now the Megatheriums should unite, and they'll go after it. Now, we'll still be receiving the healing, as well as the Uranus courage buff, as well as the bug killing buff. Here you go, you can see there, it's already coming into action with some of our Megatheriums, and we are well underway to killing the Broodmother. Now you can see that. Now, one thing that you definitely do not want to do in the Broodmother fight is get off your mount. That is a very bad call, and you will probably die if you decide to get off your mount if you don't have decent armor. But you can see here with the courage buff multiplied with the healing buff, we're actually not taking any damage at all. Granted, our Megatheriums are on the front side of it, but we are taking little to no damage. Anything that the Daedon can outheal, it's really easy. Now, another little thing that I forgot to mention as well is that we are running primitive saddles on the Megatheriums, so do take that into mind as well. If we were running higher up saddles, we would take even less damage. Now, we're quickly going to jump off here. We're going to bring our Daedon just a little bit closer so he gets that passive healing going. There we go. There you can see there, we're getting that healing going off. We don't need to worry too much about our Megatheriums. They're doing their own thing. They're attacking. The Broodmother, you can see there, she's slowly dying. Our Megatheriums are taking little to no damage. Our Uranus is continuously applying the buff. Now, if you want to, you can actually bring your Uranus and the Daedon into the fight if you so choose to. It's entirely up to you, because the Daedon will be able to outheal the damage, and the Uranus will be able to obviously stay alive because they are beefy dinosaurs as it is. But you can see here, the Daedon's food is draining at a very rapid rate. You can stay on him and feed him food if you want to. Mate, like I said, you'll probably have a tribe to do this with. If you don't, however, this is the course of action you want to go with. Just try and force feed your Daedon, otherwise he will drain out of food really quickly. These guys drain so fast out of food, which is why you want to make sure that you slot cap him. But you can see there already the Broodmother is on half health. And like I said, we are only doing this with, I think, 6 Megatheriums. So if you decided to bring like 10 Megatheriums, you'll be set. Like, there's no way you're not going to be able to do this, especially with the Daedon. Now you can see here, our Daedon has run out of food. We're going to try force feeding him. I find the best thing to do when this happens is to turn off the passive healing. You can see there it's been turned off, and then just stand next to him or on him and feed him the meat. This does take a little bit of time, obviously, because you've got that. Now, you do have to be careful as well, because you will probably get attacked by stuff. So, it's best to just sit on him if you want, and just absolutely smash that food into him. Get it all into him so he gets that passive healing back and going. Now, you can see here the Broodmother is moving closer. Our Megatheriums are still going, but we're going to get a little bit of healing out while we can. There we go, and you can see he's already out of food again. So once that happens, you don't need to worry too much, because your Megatheriums will already be doing bulk of the damage. You can see there we're hitting 700s, 1200s even, up there once they get that bug buff. It all comes down to how many Megatheriums you want to bring. Now, obviously, the more, like I said, the more Megatheriums you bring, the quicker you'll get this done. I guarantee you no Megatheriums will die. We have done a previous test before where we brought 18 Megatheriums, a Daedon, and a Uteranus. And I think we only lost one Megatherium across all 3 Broodmothers. So we did fight all 3 Broodmothers, and we only lost one Megatherium in that battle. They were bloody, however, but, you know, they easily trumped the Broodmother and killed her in no time whatsoever. And you can see here already this Broodmother is pretty much dead. Now, it's best to do the Broodmother fights during the double XP weekends and the double gathering rate XP weekends. So you get the double element and you get, you know, more element, obviously. That's the main reason you want to do these during the double events. Double XP, double gathering rate events. But these Megatheriums will easily, you can see there, look at these guys. They've barely lost any health because of our Daedon's healing at the beginning and because the Broodmother just isn't dealing that much damage to them. And you can see there, the Gamma Broodmother has been defeated. So we're going to move on to the Beta, I believe. That's the next level, and we're going to take her on. Our Megatheriums have taken little to no damage. That Broodmother didn't deal much damage to us. We'll come around here. Here you go. You can see here. A Megatherium's over here. Look at that. No damage whatsoever. Even our 10k ones that we had, we just have to find it. That's our 15k one. But our 10k ones barely took any damage because, well, we've got our Uteranus, we've got our Daedon doing the passive healing. So you're set. As long as you bring a Daedon, even 2 Daedons if you want. So you can trigger and swap between their passive healings in between. You know, once one runs out of food, bring another one and set that one to passive healing. You'll be set. Like I'm telling you now, guys, it's a great way to go about dealing damage to the Broodmother. Alrighty, so we're going back to back. We're just going to spawn in, or we're going to teleport to the new arena. Now, like I said, this is accomplishable with 6 Megatheriums. Like, I'm not kidding here. You can do this with 6 Megatheriums. Obviously, though, the more Megatheriums you bring, the easier and quicker it'll be. But we'll teleport to the next arena. Everyone's pretty much topped up. The Daedon's got food in him. And we're set to go. Do take into mind as well that we weren't actually running any Megatheriums. If you are running your Megatherium and it's imprinted, well, you can expect to see a lot more damage coming out of your Megatheriums. Now, the same process, once again, let the Broodmother come to you, because if you've turned off group whistles and you're doing this solo, it'll make it a lot easier for you. You can see it's already there. There it is there, coming towards us. We're just trying to get our Daedon out in the back there. There we go. Now, we're going to whistle to attack. Now, you can see here already that this Broodmother is dealing a lot more damage than the previous one. So, what we're going to do is we're going to energize all our dinos. You can see there, that will actually cause them to take less damage, and our Daedon will get some healing out. Now, you can see here, we might have a bit of trouble with this one. I think we'll be able to take it, but I think we might take a bit of damage on our Megatheriums. Like I said, you can get the Uteranus in there for extra damage. Personally, I wouldn't recommend doing it, though. So we're just going to sit here and kill this. We're going to kill this Broodmother. Alright, and you can see there we've already lost a Megatherium. I think it was the one at the back, so it would have been out of our healing range. But our other Megatheriums, they're doing alright. Or maybe it would have been the 10k one as well. So that's a very high possibility. You can see here the the Broodmother is about one-fourth of the way down, I'd say. About one-fourth, maybe. Maybe a little bit more. But, yeah, you can see our Megatheriums are dealing the damage. It's just that, well, obviously, we should have brought more in hindsight. At least 10, I reckon, would have made this a lot easier and a lot quicker. But, you know, what can you do? This is still going good. You know, we've lost one Megatherium I'm not too worried about because it was probably the 10k health one. But you can see here our Uteranus is getting attacked by little Uranios. Not much of a big deal there, as long as we just continue healing. But you can see there we're already out of food, which is the main reason why you want to bring 2 Daedons, because then you can alternate between them so that, oh, well, that's awkward, so that you can alternate between them and heal them. Now, like I was saying, you can also bring the Rexes if you want to, instead of using Megatheriums. It's all up to your personal choice. Rexes, I've noticed, have a way to kind of like stun lock the Broodmother. So pretty much you get them in like side of her and she pretty much freezes up and she gets stuck there and she can't attack or do anything like that. The only thing she can do is spawn her babies, which isn't a really big threat to the Rexes. But you can see here, our other Megatheriums are doing fine. Those ones that we buffed up to 20k health, you know, they've barely taken any damage. Our 15k one there is a little bit just under half health, but our Daedon can heal him. And the Broodmother is just above half health. So it's just a matter of time. You used to have a time limit on the boss arenas. That looks like they've gotten rid of that. It's been a while since I've done the bosses. So yeah, you know, like it's a pretty simple way to go about doing it, guys. Megatheriums are definitely the way to go when it comes to Broodmothers. Rexes will not be able to hit the amount of damage that Megatheriums are hitting. I can tell you that right now. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all there is for the video, guys. I can keep rambling on and on and on, but that's not really going to accomplish anything. So make sure you bring, I would bring at least 2 Daedons, a Uteranus, but make sure you set it to neutral so that it can attack the Uranios that attack it and not kill it. And then the rest just bring Megatheriums. That's all there really is to it, guys. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We'll probably just cut to the end of this one dying, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Now, another thing that I forgot to mention is if you are riding on the Daedon and you want to get the healing out, well, you can also use weaponry on its back, and you can see here, you know, it's obviously not dealing that much damage, but if you were to bring like a crossbow with flame arrows, I'm sure it would deal quite a bit more damage. For example, let's jump over here. We'll go compound bone, we'll go flame arrows. Now you can see we're currently out of healing, and our Megatheriums at this stage are pretty much just tanking everything that the Broodmother will throw at it. Let's put some flame arrows here. There we go. Alrighty. Whoop, whoop. And, you know, the Megatherium, the Broodmother is almost dead, so it's really not that hard. You know, a few Daedons, a Uteranus, and yeah, as you can see there, it's only dealing 55 damage. So yeah, you definitely want to bring like weaponry if you want, if you plan on riding the Daedon. But you can see there, the Broodmother Beta has been defeated once again. So we only lost 1 Megatherium, I believe, and our Uteranus. You can see here this Megatherium is kind of low. That was the 15k one. He still has the 25 levels available. But that is just to show you guys that even if you only get it up to 15k health, you can still, 15k health, you can still take on the Broodmother with 6 Megatheriums. So that's all there really is to the strategy. You know, we'll use the same strategy again on the Gamma Broodmother, the hardest level one. And, you know, it's a surefire way to get all the element that you need, all the tech stuff that you need. So yeah, guys, that'll pretty much conclude this video for the ARK Broodmother battle. Let me know what you thought of it down below. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas or anything like that that you guys use against the Broodmother. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.